Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the online classes of St. Joseph's Academy for class 5th. Subject Social Studies, Lesson 16 The Environment, The Major Concerns, Part 1, presented by Durga Thapa. So, students, today we will study lesson number 16 The Environment, Major Concerns, Part 1. Dear students, in this lesson, we will study our environment, biotic and abiotic components, interdependence of living beings, food chain and food web. Students, there are a number of things around us like plants, animals, water and human beings. They form our surroundings. Students, the surroundings in which we live is called the environment. Our environment comprises both living and non-living components. All the components of the environment are interdependent on each other. Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the online classes of St. Joseph's Academy for class 5th. Subject Social Studies, Lesson 16 The Environment, The Major Concerns, Part 1, presented by Durga Thapa. My dear children, we see many things such as plants, animals, water, land, sun, cloud, trees, animals, birds, insects, etc. around us. So all these things interact with each other. That is, these things influence each other. All these things and their interactions form a entity called the environment. The environment differ from place to place. Students, the environment comprises of two components, biotic and abiotic components. Now, all living beings such as plants, animals, microorganisms and human beings are the biotic components of the environment. And all the non-living things such as air, soil, water bodies, sunshine, temperature, etc. are the abiotic components of the environment. That is, biotic means living organisms and abiotic means non-living organisms. Or you can say biotic means living things and abiotic means non-living things. The environment which is occupied by living organisms is called the biosphere. It is made up of different types of flora and fauna, that is, plants and animals, human beings, microorganisms, etc. As you can see in this picture, this biosphere is consists of atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere as a whole, where the living organisms are living. We find out the living organisms, that is known as the biosphere. The organisms living in the environment are dependent on it as well as on each other. This dependence is especially for food. All living beings need energy to live and function. They get this energy from the food they eat. Students, different organisms get their food differently. We also get our food from the different plants and animals. So, in the same way, different organisms get their food differently. Depending on the way the organisms get their food, all living beings are divided into producers, consumers, and the decomposers. Here in this picture, we can see grass is the producer of the food, and grass is consumed by the deer. So, here deer is the consumer that consumes the grass, that is food made by the producer, that is grass. And after that, when the deer dies, what happens? Decomposers come decomposer decomposes the dead bodies of the producers and the consumers. My dear children, we see many things such as plants, animals, water, land, sun, cloud, trees, animals, birds, insects, etc. around us. So all these things interact with each other. That is, these things influence each other. All these things and the organisms which consume the food made by the producers are called consumers. All the animals, including human beings, are consumers. Why? Because we use the producers. That means we consume the plants or the plants parts or the cereals, whatever that is produced by the plants. So we all are the consumers. Here you can see the picture of goat that is eating the grass, and another picture is of deer that is also eating the grass. That means these are the consumers which are consuming the producers. The environment which is occupied by living organisms is called the biosphere. It is made up of different types of flora and fauna, that is, plants and animals, human beings, microorganisms, etc. As you can see in this picture, this biosphere is consists of atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere. As a whole, students, the next topic is food chain and food web. So students, in the biosphere, all the producers, consumers and decomposers depend on each other, especially for their food. As we have gone through the slides, so many slides, in which all the producers, consumers and decomposers depend on each other, especially for their food. This results in the presence of food chains and food webs. Okay. Now, what is a food chain? A food chain shows how each living being gets food and how nutrients and energy are passed from one organism to another. Food chains begin with plant. Always food chain begin with plant life, that is producers, and end with the animal life, that is consumers. Okay. Students, here by seeing this picture, you can understand the food chain and the food web very properly. Here, some animals eat plant, some animal eat other animals. So, this can be represented by a simple food chain. So here the first food chain is a simple food chain in which grass, a food chain always begin with a producer, that means grass. So here the first one is in the food chain, the first one is grass, that is producer. This grass is consumed by the consumer, that is rabbit, and again the consumer is again consumed by the next consumer, that is the simple food chain. Now here in the next picture, this food chain can extend further. How? Again, the food chain is always starts with grass. So here grass is the producer, then comes the next consumer of the producer, that is rabbit, and the next consumer that is rabbit is fox, and fox is further consumed by the lion. Now another food chain is from grass to grasshopper to mouse to snake and to hawk. Here you can see this grass is consumed by the grasshopper, and grasshopper is consumed by the second consumer, that is mouse. Mouse is consumed by the third consumer, that is snake, and snake is again consumed by the fourth consumer, that is hawk. So this way the food chain can be extended more and more, and by this type of food chains, when so many food chains are interwoven, that makes the food web. My dear children, we see many things such as plants, animals, water, land, sun, cloud, trees, animals, birds, insects, etc. around us. So all these things interact with each other. That is, these things influence each other. All these things and their interactions form a entity called the environment. The environment differ from place to place. Students, human beings are also a part of these food chains. However, human beings try to disturb the balance in nature for their own needs, for making the houses. So he is cutting the forest, and this upsets the whole environment. For example, this is the simple food chain in the forest here, in which plant is there, that means producer is there, and these plants are consumed by the deer, that is consumer, and the second consumer is the tiger, because deers are taken by, that means eaten by the tigers. So here this is the simple food chain, but when we cut the forests are less, that means deer will not get the proper food to eat, and this way the food chain will be disturbed. Now students, this food chain maintains a balance in the environment. If for some reason all the tigers or all the lions are removed from the food chain, the number of deer will increase. Then in the forest, everywhere deer will be there. So this will reduce the number of plants, because if there are so many numbers of deer, what happen? All the deer will consume the plants. So this way, this will reduce the number of plants and the environment will be unsuitable for other plant eating animals like rabbit, cows, buffaloes and other plant eating animals. So, if the deer disappears, tiger will not get their food and this will also reduce in the number of the tigers or the lions. And if the plants will disappear, deer cannot survive and as the result, the tigers also cannot survive because deer will not get their food that is plants and lions or tigers will not get their foods that are the deers or the plant eating animals. So this shows that all living beings are equally important for maintaining a balance in the whole environment. So, to maintain a proper food chain, to maintain a proper food web, human beings should not disturb the environment. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.